We can play that what-if game.
You have a crazy driver.
He has been running people off the road.
What if I stayed behind?
He flew by me so fast, sir. I said, my God.
What if we didn't stop and have lunch?
Red truck went crazy and passed a bunch of people.
The initial tragedy was just one thing.
What ifs linger for Frank Snell after August 26th.
But this aftermath is just unbelievable. It's just never ending.
And then he flew by me, and then he was in and out of traffic.
And they linger for all the people who called 911 that day, trying to stop a tragedy.
I'm sure that there's going to be an accident.
Where did he hit you?
To understand what happened to Frank Snell's family on August 26th, it's important to understand what happened 3 weeks earlier.
We were going camping for the weekend.
Chris Prudhomme was at a stoplight in Woodland Park when a big silver pickup
Just blew right by us, went into the median and just took off.
Woodland Park 911, what's the address of the emergency?
I'm just reporting a crazy driver driving a large silver Ram pickup truck.
The pursuit was on.
That Dodge Ram just passed me westbound Highway 24.
90 miles an hour.
Over 100 miles per hour.
That vehicle just passed us again.
A deadly serious game
I'm slowing down.
of cat and mouse.
I'm not sure where it went.
The same truck comes by us again, just blazing right by.
At the wheel of that Dodge was Benjamin Bobier, a man with 11 arrests for incidents involving alcohol or drugs, 3 DUI convictions, 2 other drunken driving cases dismissed for unexplained reasons, a man court-ordered into treatment at least 8 times. None of it would keep him off the road.
He's like driving like a crazy person. I'm scared for the public, honestly.
Neither could his worried sister, who called 911 after seeing him driving erratically.
He has a history of addiction, and so I'm not sure if drugs or alcohol are involved.
I really didn't have much time to react. By some miracle, he made it right in between us. His mirror hit my mirror. Huge loud bang.
50 miles from where it started, deputies finally stopped a silver Dodge with road spikes.
We're talking about weaving, erratic driving, dangerous behavior on the road.
Eric Faddis is a former Arapahoe County prosecutor turned defense attorney.
So those are red flags.
Add in the calls from Bobier's sister, his history of drunken driving, the crash with Chris Prudhomme.
That is absolutely grounds to at least initiate or explore a DUI investigation.
But Park County deputies didn't ask if he'd been drinking, and they didn't ask for a roadside sobriety test or a breathalyzer. The reports indicate there was no DUI investigation, so to speak.
The reports indicate that the deputies did not have any indication that the driver was intoxicated. Otherwise, that would be indicated in the report.
Instead, they jailed him for eluding, reckless driving, speeding, illegal passing, and running a red light.
There were red flags and numerous red flags indicating that this individual could have been intoxicated. And at least in my appraisal, I think the police should have done more to follow up on that.
And I think that they acted appropriately.
Park County Undersheriff Steve Spodiak says deputies did all they could.
They took this dangerous person off of Colorado highways.
But a few days later, Bobier got out. Then he bought a new truck, a red Dodge.
Night times around the campfire that was precious to us.
After a week in the mountains,
Just camping, fishing, having a good time.
they headed home on August 26th, half the family in one truck, half in another. Frank was 10 or 15 minutes ahead of his wife Dee, who was driving their black Ford, captured here by the dash cam of a passing vehicle.
It was Thursday, so people were getting out of the city.
Sarah Dunn was headed the other way on US 285.
I just saw this red blur fly by our car.
He's going so fast.
Right, so erratic.
Then Bobier's new red Dodge.
Report a reckless driver.
He knew something bad was about to happen.
There was just a car accident.
Horrible accident.
Hit another truck. The black truck is on fire. There's someone trapped in it.
The force of that, it's like you could feel it in your bones when you saw it.
That force killed Bobier, Frank's wife Dee, and his 2-year-old granddaughter JoJo. His daughter is still hospitalized with a traumatic brain injury. His son faces months of rehab. Why was Benjamin Bobier even on the road? After 3 DUI convictions, after a documented history of drug and alcohol abuse, and after that 50-mile chase 3 weeks earlier that ended in Park County.
What we've seen in recent years in the state of Colorado is a movement to not have offenders in custody. I think that this case is a perfect example of how dangerous that can be to public safety.
Colorado has a felony DUI law for a reason.
Somebody like that, I believe, should have to do some time and really get himself straightened out.
If a DUI investigation would have been conducted, perhaps this gentleman would have been charged with felony DUI.
It makes me irate, to be honest, because that could have all been avoided.
Everybody makes mistakes, but when you keep doing the same thing over and over again, that's not really a mistake.
The gentleman may have remained in custody and not been out and able to commit what ultimately turned into a fatality.
If the driver of the vehicle had remained in custody in Park County, would the incident in Jefferson County have occurred? Not if he was still in custody at that time. Does that mean that it wouldn't have happened later? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball.
That family that was coming up in that black truck had no idea that in 5 seconds their lives were going to be completely changed forever.
Not enough is being done.
What ifs don't do Frank Snell any good.
I can't play that game in my head because there's no changing it.
And no changing
It wasn't easy.
how the system failed his surviving granddaughter.
Try to tell a 5-year-old that her grands and her little sister are never coming home.
Bobier skipped court in the Park County case. Ironically, a warrant for his arrest was issued 6 days after the fatal crash.
Kevin, they found alcohol there at that scene.
They did. We're still waiting for toxicology results, and we don't know what they might show because the blood wasn't taken until several hours after the wreck.
Kevin, you think about the immense loss. You think about 2-year-old JoJo. I mean, how did these families even...
Yeah, Alex, Frank Snell is basically raising his surviving granddaughter by himself now. A fund has been set up to help the family. We've got all those details at 9news.com.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.